Hello there, this is Zeppy. I just got the urge today. Oh, hang on, let's turn this audio down a little bit. I'm scared it's too loud. Um, if any of you followed me for any period of time really, or know me personally, you'll probably know that I love Total War. Like, I absolutely adore it. It's something that's really been a part of my life since I was young. I used to play it with my dad, and now I just thought it's about the time to revisit the game that we originally played together a lot, which is Medieval Total War. This game really, really underrated, really, in terms of Total War games. A lot of people will point to Medieval 2, and in fact, a lot of people kind of forget about the original Shogun and the original Medieval Total War. They kind of get swept under because they were 2D. They were had 2D sprites on a 3D plane, and instead of having a 3D campaign map, they were more like Risk. You had provinces that you moved piece to piece. You had armies which you moved to and from. But in a lot of ways, this is a good thing, and there were lots of features in these games which kind of got left out in the later ones, which we'll go over. But I kind of just want to go into this and just show off the game a bit, and it's super cheap on Steam, even not on sale. It's £7 for the gold edition, which gives you Viking Invasion, which is another campaign, and it adds a few other things to the main campaign as well, I think. So, without wanting to just go over things a lot, let's go straight in. So yeah, we'll start a new campaign. Good question. I'm a bit rusty, so we'll say normal for now. Okay, so here's one thing which is actually Stray Away is different from the later games. Just in case you don't know how Total War games work, it's set during a specific period of history. In this case, sort of medieval Middle Ages to just the start of the Renaissance, I think. And you pick a faction or a country, and you control them, you control their armies with the ultimate goal of sort of really controlling the world, or just getting to the point where nobody else can beat you, through diplomacy, through making money, armies. Generally, your is going to be conquering other people, but you can bribe generals and cities to join you, so there is a bit of a sabotage, subterfuge kind of element in there as well. And what I was going to say was, this selection screen is very different from anything that came after it, because every Total War game from this point onwards had a set starting point where everybody was always in the same position. But in Medieval Total War, you actually get to choose what time you start the game, and it changes the technology you start with as well. So if you start in the early period, you have to work your way all the way up the entire tech tree. And your civ may start with different territories. So you can see here, England controls much of France at the start of the early period. In the in the late period, sorry, they've lost a lot of that territory, and France is a lot stronger. So playing France early on, you'll have a much different experience to if you play France in the late period. So I love playing in the early period because you get that whole sort of satisfaction of starting from low tech, starting with just shitty spearmen and normal archers, and then you work your way up to sort of the gunpowder, start of the gunpowder era. So let's go early period, and yeah, we'll attain victory through glorious achievements, because I never actually played with this, so I'm kind of interested to see how this works. I'm presuming it's something like just achieving historical objectives. So without further ado, let's take a look at the factions we can select from. Okay, so as you can see, you get a fair amount of choice, and bear in mind, and obviously when I was a kid, this didn't bother me, but as someone who's really into history now, not so historical medieval. So it tries, but the Italians, yeah, that doesn't really work. But you can kind of understand why they did it. Yeah, the Italians are sort of, they were never ruled by. I mean, Italy was never a thing beyond Romans until the 1800s. So that always gets me a little bit, and it's annoying because my favourite faction to play in the original was the Italians. I really liked playing them because their starting position is really nice and they get loads of unique units. Well, actually, I mean, I could play the English. Oh, I don't know. I don't. It's just that weird starting position where you start in France as well as England. I just kind of want to sit in England and then sort of pick and choose. Egyptians, they're pretty easy. Danes. Oh, hell no. I always look at everyone really loves the Byzantines. I just don't. Like in terms of a strategy game thing, I just don't, because look at where they start in the early period. You've got so much stuff. It's really irritating. Same for the Holy Roman Empire, really. You know what? Let's go with the Spanish. We've got a difficult start. You start hemmed in. You've got to fight the Moors. You've got to fight the Aragonese. So let's get started, because I don't want to spend ages on this screen. Hoping it holds up. Yep. Wow. Okay, that was quick. I was expecting maybe it to just sort of bugger about or me have to alter some stuff, but oh wow, this looks great. I mean, I did try playing Total War on when with my old PC. It just did not work. So like, it was really glitchy on the campaign map, and I mean, this is what Total War used to look like. Very different to how it looks now, where this will Africa will all have elephants and rivers running through it. But I don't know. I really like this kind of simplicity of the art, and the music is fantastic as well. Hang on, I'll see if I can turn it up. Nope. Oh, that was not the right thing to do. I forgot. It pulls you straight back to the menu. That's really annoying. That's one thing we could do without. But I'll turn the music up a little bit. I hope it's not too loud. The music in this game is fantastic, and I still listen to the OST on YouTube from time to time. Okay, so here's our starting position as Spain. Already, anyone who's into history will know there's a few errors going on here, with Castile being fucking huge. Castile is really more a sort of, about like that. Crusader Kings gives you a good idea, but anyway, I'm not going to go on too much about history. So here's where we start, and here's our king, King Alfonso the Sixth. So what I really like about Medieval Total War is that you have all these different stats. And I mean, this did carry over into Medieval too, but some of the descriptions are really cool. So have influence, so that's sort of how really other nations measure up, how they're going to treat us, whether they want to do diplomacy with us. Piety, how much the Pope's going to like us. And dread, oh god, yeah, he's a bastard. So dread, I believe, I mean, there's not as much sort of direct tactical information you can get from this game, but dread, I believe, basically is how much he can damage the enemy's morale if he's a commander in the battle. He's a great commander, and he's got good acumen, so he's a good governor as well. What's vices and virtues? He's good at defending in the field, so that's pretty good. We've got a decent king. He's young. He's not crazy, which is definitely a problem you get in Total War games, especially this one. You can get people who, incestuous. I believe you can get paedophiles as well. Anything you can think of. So, just while we're at it, explain some of the. So you see these little things here. I mean, obviously I've said that's my king, but these little scrolls, I always thought they looked a little like thrones for some reason, because you can see the little. Never mind. These are titles. So again, this is kind of different from any game that came after it, where sort of if you don't really, your generals don't really have any kind of titles or anything like that. I mean, they did introduce it a little bit back in Shogun 2, where you could have people sort of as part of your council, but see, you're giving specific control to people and specific stats. So the Duke of Castile, who's going to govern Castile? The Lord Chamberlain, who's going to be my main economics guy, so again, probably another kind of governor. My princess, Ooh, oh, Isabel. So, that I don't know if you can see it very well, but that face is a face only a mother could love. She's not. You could marry princesses off for diplomacy, and they conduct diplomacy. You're kind of just going to send them across the map and hope someone marries them. And an emissary, Don Enrique Cisneros, who will do most of our diplomatic stuff. And what's this last title? The Duke of Leon. So, okay, well, so you assign these titles to people, they're going to make them more loyal, but they also give them more power. So, sometimes you can get someone's loyalty will decrease because they'll kind of get delusions of grandeur. So, what we need to decide here is really what territories we want to snap up. Portugal's looking pretty powerful right now. So, these grey provinces belong to rebels. So actually Navarra's looking pretty good. So, and the size of the banner, so how much it's coloured in, shows how big the army is. So, you know, Aragon has a slightly bigger army than us, starting off in that castle. And Portugal has probably got the biggest army in the region, even though they're not an actual faction, they're just independent. So, what we're going to really want to do, we're not going to be conquering anyone with just a bodyguard and some urban militia who are just basically peasants with halberds. So let's start building some troops. Okay, so we've, like I said, we've not really got much of a choice in terms of much things to do here, because we're starting off. We've basically got archers, shitty peasants, really shitty peasants, peasants with a shield and spear, and peasants with javelins. So, you know, we're not going to win any wars for the most highly technological army here. But Spanish javelin men, if I remember correctly, are pretty damn good, because you don't actually. They're kind of unique to Spain because a lot of the factions are, you know, across. They don't really use javelins anymore, but in Spain apparently they do. Whether that's historically accurate or not, I don't know. But let's see. I'm going to see if I can remember how to control... Yep, okay, so we're going to take these troops out of the castle, take them on the field, take them on a camping trip, and start to see whether we could poke our way around. But before we do that, let's make sure we don't get fucked up. No, whoa, I don't want to bribe. Yeah, so... The annoying thing about diplomacy in medieval total war is that you actually need to find their king. Otherwise, and that's something I forgot, which is why it said, do you want to bribe this city? So we've got to find their king, who I think the Almohad king, or I mean, they're meant to be the Moors, but there's the Almohad dynasty in this, is probably in Granada, or Granada. So let's see if he's there, and we can obviously see the Aragonese king. So let's have a chat with him. Okay, so they don't have any unmarried men, so their prince is married and their king is married, but we could get an alliance, and to be honest, we're going to be doing a reconquista on the rest of Spain to get the Moors out and take this southern territory. So I'm going to go and try and get an alliance with the Aragonese, because I don't want to fight a war on two fronts. Let's give out some titles. Oh man, I completely forgot. Every unit has its own captain. That's crazy. Okay, that's taken me by surprise a little bit. Yeah, each one of these units is led by an individual sort of captain or knight. I think it's Don. Yeah, like Don Quixote. Yeah. So basically, these are the individual sort of commanding officers of each unit, and you can award them their own titles. So we're going to kind of want to have governors in each province with good acumen stats to rule over them. So I'm not going to do anything with the troops in Leon, but so apparently he's in charge right now. He is the most loyal, but let's see if I remember how to do this. Oh no, it gave him the title. Okay. You know what? Let's stick with it. I think I would have had to drag two of the units out and then just kept the one I wanted to give the title to in. I thought he was going to ask me, but okay. So we need a bigger army than this because I don't want it to be too clear cut. We can't have a little bit of everything, but spearmen. Very good charge on spearmen. That's weird. Do I need to? These unit sizes are a little small. Do I need to? Yeah, I need to retrain them. Oh, okay, that's dumb. It started to remember some of the dumb stuff in this game, because I've set the unit sizes to huge. The game sort of starts you off with small unit sizes, so I need to retrain these units to add the extra units in. I know, it's stupid. Let's get some spearmen put in there. That's not going to cost anything yet because we're still retraining those units. And the key thing to any Total War game is getting your economy started straight away because you're going to start losing money quite quickly. So, what's going to be the best option for us? See, yeah, the problem is, I mean, you'll get in the other Total War games, it will just say, yeah, this is how much money you're going to make. But you don't really get that here, except on the improved farmland. It says, you know, you'll get this much. So let's kind of go with the smaller buildings first. I know ports are always good because you want to start sea trade. So let's get ports built, not builded, in both those cities. Let's put the king in the castle. I mean, why not? We don't want to start a field battle while he's retraining all these units. And as for these titles, I'm not really sure who to give them to. Maybe we'll just hold on to them for now. And wait, didn't I send you to negotiate an alliance? Yeah, I did. Oh, right, okay. She's still moving to that tile. So, we're building... Let's just build... It's not really worth building peasants, but we can get Spanish Genites, or Genites, I don't know how to pronounce that, who are basically mounted javelin men. So they're pretty useful, and we can only train them in Leon. So let's build a few of those. Couldn't hurt. Okay, and having spent way too long on that turn, just checking if I need to do anything. Okay, that's end turn. Oh, sweet. So, message from your princess in Aragon. I am able to inform you that the Aragonese have accepted your offer of an alliance. They are pleased that reason has triumphed over war and that diplomacy has succeeded. Long may it last. And I'm laughing because alliances never last long in Total War games, but let's pretend for now. Okay. Nothing else happened really, so we've not had any like a massive Moorish army move into Cordoba. But that's good. Let's keep our emissary going south. I love that sound when the troops land. And let's send our princess into France, oui, and see if we can maybe get an alliance there as well, because we don't want the French pushing into Navarra, which is historically what they did, I believe. So, okay, we're still retraining troops here, but we've at least got some more archers now. That's odd. Why can't my king sit in the castle anymore? Oh well, whatever. Let's take a look at these other troops. He's very loyal. He's not very pious. So you kind of don't... You don't need to have someone with max loyalty, really. You just want someone who's loyal enough. So if you've got someone who isn't very loyal initially, putting a title on them, we usually bring them into line, and sometimes they have better stats. He looks like he'll be a good candidate for Lord Chamberlain, to be honest. I don't think he's going to be a primary commander, but he's got damn good acumen. Yeah, his proficiency at economics and people management will ensure the economy will not suffer, as unlikely to prosper either. But if we add Lord Chamberlain onto him, he'll get +2. So let's see if we can partition him. Yeah, there we go. Boom. And now he's Lord Chamberlain, and now he is something of an authority on monetary matters, which is exactly what we want to hear. So these are just, we're still building ports, we're still retraining troops, not really much else we can do. We've already moved our agents, so let's just end the turn again. Okay, I don't know what that sound was, but it sounds bad. I think it's just because we've met troops, maybe? No, that's not the king. That is Amir al-Mundir, the Emir of Grenada. He's nothing special, he's just loyal. He's not moving. They're building troops in Cordoba though, so we've got something to be worried about. Let's move our emissary to Morocco, and that's just some grunt. So let's go to the Ile-de-France, because that's probably where the king's going to be. Okay, we're retraining more troops. Good, good, good. Oh, there we go. They've got a bit more detail on money, because we need to change tax rates. Ugh, of course. Scrub. There's no such thing as growth, I think, in this game, because in other I almost said Civ, Total War games, you have taxes and you have growth, and if you tax loads, then your growth will go down, which means growth kind of gives you money over time, slowly, but it builds up. So you'll have a province that maybe you don't tax loads, but it encourages loads of people to move there and work harder and stuff like that. So yeah, we can tax it without if you go under 100%, you've got to worry, but it's 150% loyal, so that's fine. 144%. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to be making a lot of money comparatively to where we were before. So, okay, still retraining. Building Genitors. So good. Wait, who are you? I don't... Oh, I don't... I'm getting a little confused. That sounds hilarious. About why it's separating people into commanders. It just seems to sort of happen. Like, why now I can't move anyone into the... Does there have to be... Oh, that's... Oh! Castles can't... Yeah, it's... I'm an idiot. The size of the castle changes how many people can go in it. So, these are only forts. Fort Martin Bailey, which basically just means it's a tiny wooden castle with a wall around it and a small moat, so a little river to stop people coming in. It's not really going to hold over 200 people realistically. I completely forgot that was a feature, but that actually makes a lot of sense. So, okay, we've just got to keep ending turn really because the first few turns aren't going to be that great. The Germans are considered to have the strongest military might. Well, no shit. An heir matures, Prince Alfonso. So we've got a new heir to the throne. So we'll take a look at him. The true cross has been found, and is in the possession of Paris Cathedral. Catholic zeal has been increased across the whole of France. Jolly good. We love Catholics because we are Catholic as well. So, this is giving us a summary of the kind of traits that Alfonso is taking on. So, he's good at hard sums, and he's a great warrior. So, he's got a bit more health, and he's got good acumen. So, that puts him in a good place to... Well, he seems to be a bit of an everyman, really. He's loyal, which is good. We don't want a disloyal prince. He's fairly pious. He's a bastard. He's got free command, and he's got good acumen. So I think what we're going to do... Can you put titles on princes? I can't remember. No, you can't. I think we're probably going to send him to Leon, because, you know, he's not... I could send him along with my king if we go to conquer Navarra, but... I think he's going to be a bit more of an administrator, and I kind of want my king... But my king's already pretty good. Yeah, that actually... Fuck that. Come back here. Let's test him out. The king won't be the one to do the conquering. He will. I mean, he's going to inherit the throne anyway, so... Okay, so this is still building the second unit of Janitors, and now we've started building spearmen. Takes 2 years, I didn't remember it taking that long. Okay, we probably just want to leave it at that. We don't want to sit here building units all day and then not actually conquer anything. But the ports are almost built, which is good news. So... Okay. So you... King's going in there. I don't really... My army's slightly bigger, but I don't actually know if it's better. I guess we're going to find out. Ooh. Okay, does England have that province? Yeah, of course, because they're in France at this point. Okay, Princess goes to the Ile-de-France, and that's the Emir of Algeria. It's not the Caliph, so let's keep going. You don't have to negotiate for anything like trade rights in this game. I don't really want an alliance with him, but still, I kind of want to scope out where he is, because whether the Moors push in towards me or go east to Egypt is going to matter. So, you know what, I'm going to go for it. Do we wish to wage war against the Basques? Yes, we do. Go fuck yourselves. Okay, so... yeah, we'll just build up a second army here, really. So, 2 archers, 2 spearmen, and some javelin men. That's a pretty well-rounded army for early game. Okay, let's end turn. Ah, I love this. Yeah, so, the size of their force is 300. And we've got 500 men. I hope I don't embarrass myself here. I haven't fought a battle in Medieval Total War in about 15 years, so I'm not going to be used to this. Okay, well, let's command the attack personally, because don't trust the computer to give me a good outcome. Okay. Oof, 30 FPS. Not great. It will have to do. Okay, yeah, that's good weather. I think I remember this battlefield, actually. Maybe it's one for each province. Oh god, this is bad. I never remembered it being this bad. Can you use WASD? No, you can't. It's just arrow keys. I don't know if it's being frame locked. No, I don't want to quit. I can't change settings in the middle of a battle. Piss. This is going to be annoying. Okay, so we've got some Genesis. We've got a massive fucking hill here. Let's use that. Oh. Do I left click? Oh my god, it's been so long. Can I not move my troops around? I swear you can. That is odd. Can I just select a formation? So okay, we want to put our archers in a loose formation. So you can see they are sprites, but they are very well detailed sprites. They aren't terrible. I thought this shit was cutting edge back in the day. Like I thought it was real. Well, I thought it was as close as I was going to get to make it real. Well, it's a good formation anyway. So we'll just... okay, that's more like it. So some rebels there, some peasants. Let's move our... yeah, they're walking, that's good. We'll send our Genesis, see if we can... I think they're going to go up the hill. Let's send our Genesis in, because I'm pretty sure they're not going to have any cavalry. We're not going to use our Royal Knights if we can help it, because I would not want my prince to die on his first day. Oof, the camera is very cumbersome. A bit more cumbersome than I remember. I think that's going to be it. It's 100 spearmen and it's 200 peasants. So hopefully we can just get our javelin in pretty quickly. And I'm not gonna... you don't go up the hill. We're not defending. Go fuck them up. We don't really need them in loose formation either, because, you know, they're just peasants. They're not going to be firing back. I thought they may have archers, and archers can be pretty devastating early on because none of your units have armor except your general. Okay, so they're closing in. Oh, and they're going to hit him right in the back as well. Perfect. Oh, no. Are you going to... oh, okay, it's really short range. They're not able to hit them. Come on. Wow, I do not remember them being this short range. You're right next to them. You're right next to them. Okay, okay, fine. They're peasants. It doesn't matter. Oh shit, these guys are nowhere near. They're peasants. They're gonna win. So I just kind of wanted my javelin men to use their javelins. Oops. Where's skirmish mode? Oh yeah, okay, they're already in it. Oh, this still feels good. Not gonna lie. Okay, at least my javelin men are doing alright. Let's get my general away from these guys. I don't give a shit about peasants. Oh, it's their general here. Oh, excellent. I love it when the rebels put their general unit in their worst unit. Sorry if this is too loud. Yes! That's what we like to hear. Ah. Okay. This game feels a little awkward compared to some of the new ones, but... Yes! That's what we like to hear. The sounds are just so good in this game. It sounds so crunchy. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Okay, we want our archers to stop firing because they could hit some of our own dudes. Don't fire at will. Halt. There we go. And actually, our prince can steal all the glory. Oh wait, no, you don't. You don't do anything because you can't. You're just going to throw javelins. So let's capture a load of people and feel good about ourselves. This is medieval combat. Look at that! I'm just laughing at. Okay, I can't remember if there's a way to speed up. Yeah, there we go. Speed up. Woo! Hooray! Sweet. See, I didn't use my prince at all until he just ran down a bunch of hopeless peasants. So he gained valor. He was very brave. Okay, so that's that. That was fairly easy because, you know, they're just rebels. They're not gonna build. I don't think the rebels build any more units in this game. Excuse